What's up, YouTube? All right, we are back. We are back for another stream, ladies and gents. Not in our greatest condition, but we are back. So I've been dealing with a little bit of a bug, guys, and I can't seem to kick it. So it turns out, oh, echoing. Thank you, Rashad. Turns out your boy ended up with the vid. So we're good. I've been sick for probably a little bit over a week now. So it's really more or less about time at this point. I'm going for a test tomorrow, just to hopefully get clear from work. But I've taken 2 rapid tests so far, and both have come up very, very slightly positive. The lines that show up when you pop up, like it says on the instructions, like even the faintest of lines means that you are positive, and like they're so faint. But it kind of explains why I've been sick for a week. This stuff usually doesn't happen to me. So just wanted to get that out there. If I'm taking a little bit more water than usual, or I'm taking some bathroom breaks, that is the reason. I just wanted to give y'all the heads up, so please bear with me. But I did not want to miss these knockout stages, and then our KvK announcements. I absolutely did not want to miss those. So let's jump in and see what's going on. Rashab, welcome to the stream, bud. How are you? Mr. Hyav, Mr. Music, welcome to the stream. Good to see you again. OMB, welcome to the stream. That KvK Playboy, yeah, we'll check that out right now. Yeah, Rashab, I ended up catching COVID. Although it's still not truly official yet, but I think it's safe to say that being sick for more than a week, I know my body. I'm usually never sick for this long, but I've taken 2 of the rapid tests and they both came up positive, I guess you can say. So it is what it is. We're good. I mean, I'm the only thing I'm suffering from a little bit right now is just a little bit in my throat, and then a little bit of the sweats. So we are doing better. Thank you, Rashad. Yes. And thank you, OMB. Thank you. Bloody Madness, welcome to the stream. So let's check out. Ooh, hello. Hello. Free goodies. So let's check out the KvK. We have a pretty nice setup again. For whatever reason, we cannot avoid Imperium Kingdoms. So I've been in 780 since KvK 3, and in KvK 3 we got matched up with an Imperium in our alliance, and then we got matched up against an Imperium. KvK 4 is a wash, KvK 5 Imperium, and then now another set of Imperium Kingdoms. So let me pull up my map, and I haven't updated the map just yet. So I'll go into the matchups a little bit later into the stream, as soon as we're done with our Osiris League coverage. So I guess it's kind of a good thing that I didn't update the map just yet. But we do have our matchups. We know who we are going to be allied with. We know who we are going to be going up against. If there's anyone from 780 in this stream, please shut up, because I'm trying to implement some streaming techniques now to get viewership to stay through my streams. So we will be doing that after our Osiris League match. However, here's a look at the kingdoms that we have currently and the rankings for pre-KvK. So we have 1175. They are down in the win camp, along with 1008. They are also win camp. Also, guys, music check. Music all good. I don't want it to be too loud. Then we have 2070 in the water camp, along with 2080 down in the water camp, and you can refer to the picture up over the top corner. Fire camp is going to be of 892 and 680, and then we are going to have the earth camp, which is where we are always. I think we've always been on the right side of the map since I've been here. KvK 4, we were in the wind camp. KvK 5, we were in earth camp. KvK 6, we were in earth camp. So we cannot avoid the right side of the map for whatever reason. That is going to consist of 780, which is us, and then our buddies in 1185, who are actually our allies last KvK from the Wind Camp. So there's some good relations there. Pull this up. Awesome. Thank you, Mr. Music. Yo, Custom, welcome to the stream. I actually just saw your message over here. Yeah. I can't, the stupid PC version though is, I can't see emojis. Can't see emojis, I can't see pictures, so. But the PC version has been running much smoother, especially when I go back to BlueStacks now. Holy cow, like I can't even really stand being on BlueStacks just because the PC version is running very smoothly. We've played a few ARC matches on it. We've watched last week's Osiris League matches, and it's holding up pretty well. Just start burning some AP a little bit. We do have the training portion of KvK right now, so we'll jump into those rankings. So anyone who follows the Facebook group will notice we are actually in the KvK with someone who's pretty popular from that Facebook group. Catfish, maybe, I don't know. Rich, definitely. What am I looking for right now? Cannot multi-instance on the PC version, Mr. Music. That is, which is unfortunate, but I think, actually haven't even tried opening. I think if you open BlueStacks 2, it doesn't count. It'll still log you off. So you still do need a separate email account to pretty much run the multiple instances or accounts and stuff. Oh, there she is. That's who I was looking for. And then actually, let me pull this up to. Oops, not that. This. And then let me just type this in real quick, because we have just surpassed 200 members in our jumper group. This project's coming along really nicely. We've really picked up a lot of traction over the past, I want to say like a week and a half or 2 weeks. Like there's just been a lot of things that have been coming together. So yeah, we just surpassed 200 members in our jump group. So very much looking forward to that. We got to keep our promotions going, otherwise the boss man will probably have my head, since I've been slacking on the recruiting a little bit too. All right, let's check out the training ranks. So again, anyone who is familiar or has been on the Facebook group, there's this, I believe she's Korean, and that is Miss Mimi. What a whale. What a whale. I would hate to see, if anyone can give me screenshots from this continent. Actually, I am in 1179. I might be in that continent, one of my sub accounts. She is a monster. Definitely rich. Like over here. What do you think, Dan? Will TP able to pass a knockout match in Osiris League? For shop, to be honest, I have not been following 2289's Osiris League run. Just with the jumper that I've been working on, and then really getting this account back active again. Like we just had Marauders the other day. I did that for the seasonal event. I just first time ever, I did 2 of the seasonal trees, just all from hunting barbs. So I've been a little preoccupied. I haven't been able to cover it. And obviously, I mean, this is my home kingdom. So over there in 2289, that is simply just a sub account. It's more or less like I'm kind of like on a vacation there. So while I will cover stuff from there when the timing is right, right now the timing just isn't right for me to cover things in 2289 since my main account now has jumped into that active portion. Yes, Rashab, I completed the I completed both of the seasonal events on my main as well as my sub. No spending either. Just from grinding barbs and marauders. Okay, so yeah, here's our training ranks. Miss Mimi from 1179. Then we have Sema Yi from 892. Spider-Man. Some really big heavy hitters. There's our boy Error from 780. This was another guy who popped up early on the rankings because they got Zenith a day earlier than us. So we got some pretty big whales in this KvK, and this is just, you know, this is really the first portion of the big trainings that you're going to see happening from the Zenith of Power. I'm really curious now. Oh shit, match is about to start in like 2 minutes. How much AP did I spend? I did not track on my sub account, but I think on both accounts, Rashab, it was roughly about 35 to 40k AP on both accounts. Okay, let's hide this real quick. We'll hide that, and let's get into our Osiris League. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, I will say, am I like just totally out of it? Because it said 9 hours left right here, and I'm like, wait a minute. I was like, wait a minute, am I 9 hours too early right now? Am I so that much out of it right now? Okay, so we have less than a minute, so let's jump over here. Guys, I really scared myself right there for a second. That was very scary. All right, come on, let's get this show on the road. No. There we go. Boom! Osiris League Season 5 BND versus KM4. Let's go BND. Let's get some hype music on. Hype boys. W's. Hype.
Look at my neck bright, I get that check right. I'm so blessed, right? Off of that jet pipe, off of that side, I'm in that new coupe. Got been fired.
I don't know. I'm very torn on this new music that I'm using. Yo, what's up, Fab? How are you? Welcome to the stream. Hello, Island Boy Cold here. Them island boys. Custom, I'm just covering 780 for today. 780, and then I'm gonna jump into my KvK coverage. Just because, of course, I wanted to do the 2-part coverage of the 13 UTC matches, but I didn't want to push it because I'm still, you know, getting over this bug. Feature no themes. What are themes? But again, if it is a blowout, then I'm going to jump. Yeah, I'm going to jump around if it's a blowout, much like I have been for the rest of my Osiris League coverages. I don't know what to put on, guys. My bad. All right, here we go. Custom, what you guys are the next realm over, and then you're in Division 32, right? Because I do want to catch you guys as well, so I'll probably hop over there again if this is a blowout. All right, so we have 8 rallies going, all going to the obelisk as usual. Let's check out the opening moves for KM4. Bruno, what's up, brother? How are you? Welcome to the stream. Oh, you moved already? Custom? Oh my god. I didn't think you were gonna move that quick. Where did you go to? No way, I can't believe you left already. You guys just started KvK. Holy shit. Alright, so we got the double C rally heading. It looks probably towards their obelisk. I'd be very surprised if that was going to ours. 429, okay. Did you go there with anyone else from the 1179 crew? I know that the numbers are pretty much donezo for that initial crew that we had, but just curious. Like Chloe. Did Chloe go with you? She's still playing. Okay, yeah, so they have their double C with most likely a Yadwiga going into that obelisk. We're a little off timing on here. Come on, Hades. Should have left prior to the KvK drop. I mean, it doesn't really matter too much, I guess. I mean, I guess it depends on if you spent on the spent AP on Marauders or trained or anything like that, then it would kind of matter, but oh, she's still there. Oh, the 1179 crew. All right, let's see. All heading to Shrine. Our rallies are up and out. A little slow on this rally, but ooh, nice play over here. Okay. We have the infantry rally running down to this. I'm going to expect to cancel on that rally. That seems to be the prime strategy that most people are running right now, is just getting your infantry units up, but it looks like KM4 is going to do the opposite, and it looks like they are running with the XY, most likely Chandra, if we can get in on that. XY Chandra heading to our obelisk. If we're going to see a cancel or not, let's see. So I think everything is looking pretty even right now, besides the little bit of a mistiming on our part, although due to hard push, I think we are going to be capping that a little bit sooner. Yep. So KM4 did not start off with hard push, and we should have a little slight advantage of getting cities up a little bit quicker. Nice advancement on the bottom side from B&D to push up to this desert altar, and then we see the same thing from KM4. So again, this is pretty much like what we've been seeing on most of our coverages for people's opening moves. Really kind of started with SQ16 with their infantry rally version of it, and we've seen most teams run a similar thing. We have our Pakal Herald going towards their obelisk. Honestly, I might just cancel that because you are going to suck some troops away from it. But I don't think the Pakal Herald is going to have enough oomph to... Yo, PJ, what's up? Why is there mixed troops in there? Okay, there we go. That's why. So we did get a cancel. I think it might have been a little late, but I think they can recover from it. It looks like they may have been doing a little bit more of an offensive push to try and push towards the Shrine of War, but that is going to help. That offensive, I guess, push and timing on this rally cancel is going to pull these guys back down a little bit and deter them away from pushing up to our altar. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, we're going to have a very nice battle ensuing for that desert altar. Let's see if we can sneak in and grab it as it unlocks. And we did. B&D captures the bottom altar and snipes it from KM4. Very nice play. Now let's see if we can hold it so we can get that initial occupation. Just pour those troops in there, guys. Please just get those troops in. Very nice plays from B&D to start over here as well, putting pressure on the Shrine of War and alleviating that pressure from our home desert altar. I like the plays a lot. EJ, you guys got knocked out? Come on, dude. And we lost the bottom desert altar. Not enough reinforcements. I think what we probably could have done there is if you had the Xeno in here with that Guan rally, tuck the Xeno in here and let this battle ensue. As soon as you take that desert altar, you start marching that Xeno into the desert altar, because we just didn't have the proper garrison there at the time. And I don't think the Amonatori already doesn't do much in this early stage, or especially if you're stretched out over here that much, because Amonatori and Artemisia really prefer archers, and you just have such a hodgepodge of mixed troops down here, and you really want to throw anything in, so it's not really the best option to have the Amonatori on a pushed up objective. We at the end of KvK don't have troops back. That's true. True. That's what we're going to be facing right now too. I was actually talking to Ankle, who's the Osiris League planner. I was like, so if we advance into the playoffs, what are we doing about KvK? Well, we're probably just going to pursue as normal, because I mean, we have monsters like 846 and 916 in our realm, and we probably wouldn't make it all that far to be honest anyway. Mr. Music, there goes my Princess Jadwiga, and she goes down. Very nice rally down here, but I don't think it's going to be enough, especially with this Trajan debuffing. We should have had swarmers coming along with this rally, so the timing on that seems a little off, but we do have I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name. I'm going to call him Seven or Zemo. I'm going to call him Zemo. That's what I think it would be pronounced as. We have a little bit of a swarm coming down now, so that looks like it's going to work. If they can take that, we're going to have the garrison ready, and this Pakal structure is holding up very nicely. And I don't know why Lilith is not fixing that. I don't know if it's from the PC version or not, but I was not able to view the reports last week either. Very nice field control on the side of B&D to ensure that there's no swarmers that can really get through to this desert altar, so we should hold that. I would be surprised if we lost it. Very nice battle going on for our top Shrine of Life. Shrine's getting a lot of attention right now early on after the initial pushes on the altars did not work. There is a rally going on our home sky altar on the bottom side, and it looks like we probably will end up losing this if we can't get troops down and over here to help out, because KM4 does have troops here for the swarm already, and I would just start swarming it. Start swarming it, guys. Where are you going? Swarm the structure. Your rally is going to lose if you don't swarm it. Okay. Interesting play there. Moving on. Nice rally from Hades, but not enough. You really need to have these swarmers coming with your rallies. If you don't have the players who are rallying assigned to also run up and swarm, then if you're just throwing rallies at structures, I think you're it's really kind of, it turns into like a 50-50. Mr. Music, oh boy, they must be new, right? They're just like standing there like, hey guys, like, what do we do? Should we swarm this? Should we not swarm this? And look, if you swarmed it earlier, you would have, you know, probably occupied this, but now we probably will take it back. They must be new. Again, over here, we're sending rallies to structures, but not having swarmers designated to assist the rallies. And this battle for the Shrine of Life on the top side is still going on. 2 minutes until mid-call, and we should see some presence. B&D is here, and it does not look like KM4 is here, so it looks like the pressure on the structure game is helping us a little bit. However, we need to get this Desert Altar back. I think, personally, we need to get this Desert Altar back before this arc pops up. Prawn, welcome to the stream, but they acting like they'll lose extra yeah, like they were waiting for like they were waiting for the health to go down a little bit more until you really get into that, like, that red zone, and then, oh, swarm now. No, it doesn't work like that, guys. You can swarm and feel free to not lose your troops. What's better, arc game or structure game? I personally am one of structure game. I think if you control the structure game, that you can really dictate the pace of the match, because you're dominating structure game and you manage to grab one arc, you can hold it, and you really you shorten the amount of arcs that appear, and anyone can do this too. So that's why I think it's really more of like a structure game as opposed to playing for arc, because I think back in the day when you used to see a lot of times a lot of arcs, like 4 arcs spawn in a match, you're really seeing more or less like 3 now. So I think 3 arcs isn't quite enough, even if you split it like 2 to 1. But again, I think just that aspect of being able to hold arc and just keep it away and let that timer go down, I think structure game is more important, especially like over here where we have an evenly traded altar swap, but now we are down in altar, and that is going to flip the points per minute in favor of KM4. Jerry Cho, welcome to the stream. Christian, my man, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Long time no see. And we have our first skill pop in the middle mystical formation on the side of B&D. Nice presence from B&D, but there is a little bit of a trickling coming in from KM4, so I don't think it's going to be quite the cakewalk. And we have a couple of little cheeky guys coming in from KM4 over here on the backside. Let's see how this plays out. We have Mystical Formation and War Drums on the side of KM4, with only Mystical Formation popped for BND, and Ahmad does have the arc. He's running it with the XY. That's a great commander to have as your arc carrier, as he throws the little thumbs up. Way to go, BND. These are really when it's going to come in. These are going to be the interesting games now, Rashab. My past, I was a little disappointed in my past Osiris League coverages in the past few weeks, just because a lot of them were blowouts. But you really should see the top tier teams really start to go at it, and then obviously going into the playoffs, all of the matches now are going to be worth watching. Let's see, we have the double C harassing Mr. Ahmad's XY, and a nice push up from KM4 to not get sucked in down here. It looks like they are going to probably get this arc to drop, but I don't think that they are going to cap this one. We do have to be careful on these structures. We are down on the points per minute game a little. Oh, no, we're actually up on the points per minute game, which is very nice. Very nice, but surprising note, since we are down an altar. That is very interesting. This Shrine of Life is going to drop very soon. So we should see... There's a points per minute. I was about to say, I'm like, that does not make sense. We're down in altar, and now we're down that too, so. I don't know why I'm up, by the way. PJ, you're a vampire, dude. So, new KvK format. I'm an idiot. So I think you missed it too, PJ, in the beginning of the stream, but I actually have COVID. So I've been pretty under the weather all week, and last night I was really kind of not feeling too hot, especially when you messaged me on Discord. So I ran into the computer and I'm like freaking dripping sweat, and I thought you said 254 the entire time. And then our buddy Deathshot, he's like, you have to do 245, not 54. And I'm like, god damn, I'm an idiot. So I will check that out after this. Maybe I'll just make an account into 45 and we'll go and peep that. But yeah, the new KvK format looks pretty interesting. I'm quite curious now as to how like kingdom compositions are going to, you know, play into effect. Because you can literally, like, do kingdoms mean anything now? Kind of sort of thing, you know? It's weird. It's really weird thing that they're implementing, I feel like. A little confusing too. Alright, so B&D is going to secure this arc. They should get a nice bump up to around 10k, 11k points. Should be nice. They gotta play into the structure game. So yeah, so with us, if we had control of the structure game, a nice move that we could have done here is to just simply hold the arc. However, because the structure game isn't quite in our favor right now with the points per minute, so you can see the points per minute is kind of swinging drastically. We do not have that luxury to say that we can hold this arc. So we are going. It looks like this might come down to this match might come down to arcs. Again, you need swarmers coming with these rallies. This is pretty much like the equivalent of throwing the rally at the obelisk. I think you would have a better time of doing that as opposed to just throwing your singular rallies into the structures that are going to give you a lot of points and buffs and stuff. Just throw them at the obelisk then. If you really want to just suck in troops and keep them honest, make them go to the obelisk and wait until you actually have your swarmers to come assist your rallies with altars. And as you can see, we still have not gotten our home sky altar back because we don't have the presence on the swarms. A little bit too much of a presence in the middle is why that happened, but we need to get those structures back quickly. PJ, yeah, I'm good. I've been sick for like a week, and we found out, like, and again, they're just rapid tests. I haven't gotten like the PCR really official test, but pretty sure I have it. But yeah, at this point, I'm really just kind of like sweating it out, and yeah, I mean, we're good. Appreciate it though. I can't wait to smoke greens again. That's been the hardest part of this. Haven't really been able to smoke. I like that. All right, let's catch up. Hard push from Threziz, very nice. 740 points per minute on the side of KM4 to 440. Let's check out and see if we still have players down here. Follow Joe Rogan, the ivermectin, PJ. Yeah, that's the messed up part too, is I'm vaccinated. That is the messed up part too. I am vaccinated. 1, 2. So 6, 8, and then now it's 7. Let's see if we still have players back here. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. Slowly but surely getting them all forward. This altar is really giving us some trouble, and now we finally have the appropriate amount of players to help swarm the structure back as we finally take back our sky altar on the bottom side. Shab, I think it would be better to have best of 3 after everyone win from the division. I don't know. It would be the you kind of lose the tournament format style like that. I kind of like this setup as it's more of like, more or less it's kind of like the World Cup setup. I think a best out of 3 would just be too much. Maybe once you get into the playoffs you can incorporate that, but I think right now it would be too much. EJ, there you go. Vaccine is just a placebo effect. Placebo effect or not, that vaccine put me on my ass when I took it. It knocked me out for a day. So I probably have a microchip floating around somewhere. This league finishes in March. Yeah, so if that finishes in March, and if you added a best of 3 format to these initial rounds, you'd be talking about like a year-long tournament. So this is Rashad. This is the knockouts to go into Osiris League Playoff. So this is just pretty much like the really like initial group stages. And then you're going to have a rest period for I think like a week or so, and then where teams can change their lineups, and then you are going to jump into the playoffs, which you'll have another set of group stages, I believe, and then you go back into that knockout round format, I think is how it goes. Structure game is not looking pretty for us. Luckily, we were able to capture that arc. They're both equally important, to be honest. I'm going back to that point. I mean, I think they're both equally important. I'm very much of the one, though, for, like, if I personally was doing planning, I think I would focus more so on structures, because I think structures can set the tempo and the pace for your match, where I think that arcs don't really do that for you as much as structures. Lag. I wish we were not in KvK. I'd really like to play League properly. We might have our chance, PJ. Well, that's one thing that we're working on for this jumper group, is one thing that I know, and this is something that Lattice is going to be working on, because I know he's got some players coming in to assist with that. But it's something that I want to take very seriously as well. Although we're going to be a little bit of a smaller kingdom, I think that we can set up a pretty nice OL team. I've already started talking to MIB about it. So start working on that main account now, boy. Get that thing up and running. Ooh, a little bit of pressure over here on the obelisk. Very nice rally from our man Raya, former 777 member. This might go down. Let's a top tier jumper group with 10 war kingdoms. That's not our goal and vision, but I told MIB, I said, yo, just be prepared, because we might blow up. We might blow up. Kyle, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, this obelisk is going to go down. Very nice. Very, 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 very nice. If we can get a big player in here and just harass them for the rest of the match, that'll be very nice. Yo, Skywalker, what's up, bud? How are you? Welcome to the stream. Torpedo, how are you? How is Torpedo playing in the match and on stream right now? That's what's up. Kyle, welcome to the stream. Send you some chords if you want to check it out after the arc match. Yeah, absolutely. PJ T5 Cavs unlocked today. Nice. What a whale. Skywalker, you guys are blowing them out, I guess, I'm assuming. Which, I mean, are you guys really surprised? Are you really surprised that you're flying through these initial rounds. Ravi, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Torpedo just mid as he's like sending all of his troops to mid. Are you in this match, Torpedo? I know you're on the team. That sarcasm came through the screen. Sorry, dude. Gotta poke a little fun at you. I mean, it's 556, man. I expected a team to show. True. True. Okay, so we did not take that obelisk. Not looking too pretty for us in this middle. We seem to be on our back foot. I don't know how we're still maintaining these points, or this points lead. Still has very much been in the favor of AM4. If they get this arc, then you're going to see us definitely going to be on the back foot. Oh, Torpedo. How are you backup? That's sad. Torpedo is one of our buddies in in Arc 2 that we play with like every weekend. Nice snipe from Hades. How did he get through there? Very nice snipe from Hades. Skywalker, they said they have to keep full hospital for migration. Only one guy showed up. Oh. And those are some more things that Lilith needs to work on, especially for a gem that they have on their hands with Osiris League. They have to have some kind of flexibility when it comes to, you know, other functions of the game. In my opinion, you know, because that's just a thing that everyone does when you're trying to prepare for migration and you're trying to keep your kingdom's power down and stuff like that. But you also have something going on like Osiris League, or even in PJ's instance where his kingdom just got out of KvK and cannot do a proper push in Osiris League. So I think that they're still missing out on this a little bit. Whereas to include more, have a bigger scope of who they can include within of the Osiris League matchups. So it looks like I'm going to eat my words a little bit. It looks like the arc game is playing off very nicely as opposed to focusing the structure game. As we can see, Mayu valiantly trying to take down the Sky Altar with his 3 troops, but it's not going to be enough. But yeah, thank God for these arcs, because otherwise we would probably be in rough shape. I'm very shocked that they missed this push, because it looked like they had established. Bro, the new world of alliances, KvK mentions it. Is it possible that you can go through it after the match? Yes, I will. So what I'll do is I'll make an account real quick in 45, and then I'll be able to pull up all that info. It should take me like 2 minutes to make the new account. So I'll do that after this match. I'll do that, check out the new world of alliance KvK format setup, and then I'm going to jump into our KvK matchups for our upcoming KvK, which we are in pre-KvK and pre-KvK stages now. Nice arc capture from BND. Oh, you have to be R5 to what? See that info, Skywalker? Or I just want to be able to look at the stuff. I don't really care about anything else. PJ, I got you. All right. I have the screenshots, Skywalker. I think I have all the screenshots. Yeah, I'll just make the account over there. That's fine. You don't have to trouble yourself, Skywalker. I appreciate it, though. TP at 14k points. Nice. Are they winning, Rashab? Oh, so you have like a different Nice swarm right here. You have a different format, Skywalker, because you are R5 over there? They're losing. Oh no. Oh no. This altar is giving us a hell of a lot of trouble. And I can't check the battle reports ever. Oh, okay, you have more options. I can view, yes, but if you can view the rules, that's all that matters. Okay. Yeah, I'll make, no need to go through the trouble. I tried to make the accounts yesterday, but I made them in the wrong kingdoms. Decent amount of pressure coming on both ends from BND as well as KM4. I would expect that KM4 is going to be into this middle very, very early. It looks like this might turn into a 4-arc match since they have been getting capped pretty quickly. This bottom team is struggling a little bit. Here we go. Here's a nice proper presence for a rally and swarm. Thank you, Skywalker. It means a lot. I love when my heart gets all full and warm and fuzzy when the known players start dropping into my streams and stuff. It really really makes me feel warm inside. All right. Bottom team struggling a little bit. We are very lucky that we got those arcs because if we did not, I would be very much in fear that we were going to lose this match. But you are definitely going to see a very heavy presence from KM4 in the middle because they're going to need these. They're going to need the last 2 arcs in order to really kind of come back from this. The points per minute thing is really kind of throwing me off because KM4 I feel like has been pretty well on the points per minute, although they've only been up like, you know, usually 40 to 70 points per, but they have been up and kind of controlling the structure game a little bit. On top side, you have a pretty nice XY William rally with a swarm, so you're going to be getting those increased damage factors that are going to be coming from the William aspect over here. So that's a really nice play that I like here. I do this from time to time as well in our Arc 2 matches. If I'm feeling like the XY Chandra, if my timing is going to be a little bit off and I'm not going to have a swarm, I'll do my XY Chandra, and if my timing is on point and I'm running up with my rally, then I'll try and do the XY William so I can get those little bit of extra damage from swarming. Topside has lost their Shrine of Life from B&D. Structures have just really kind of been flipping back and forth. It looks pretty even for the most part. Besides this bottom side, I think we have been struggling a little bit. But 3 minutes and we can see that nice wave of KM4 heading into the middle already, looking to push our man Ish out as he's trying to deter them a little bit, but I don't think it's going to work. Run, Ish, run. And here comes the rest. Here comes the B&D side. Our buddy Egg heading to the Shrine of War for a rally. No swarmers though, so I don't believe that that is going to be taken. And bottom side looks like they're pretty much settled in and going to be heading towards the middle. Yes, they are. As a sun, how is that? Someone left the rally, I guess. I don't know. He lost a little bit of health already. That is probably going to lose as well because they're Starboy's over here for the swarm. That would be a nice call for the rally and swarm, because if it was just the rally coming, especially with these few troops here, that rally probably would have went down. Very nice presence in the middle from KM4. I do agree, PJ, this can still go either way. Only a 5k point swing This next arc is going to give 4k points. And I think the last one then will be 4.5 if I'm not mistaken. Will we see a to the death here? So one thing that like I would personally do here is like, and I think this is where KM4 may have messed up a little bit on the last arc push, is instead of settling right in front of the where arc is going to spawn, I would start sending troops up here to really kind of just push that pile up and establish the field away from the mid, so that way like you have a bunch of these troops here who are ready to capture the arc when it spawns, but you're still so close to it that all it's going to take is a little tiny march. As you can see, some of them coming in right here, they are going to be just pushing forward. So I think what KM4 should have done is actually pushed up a little bit more and not allowed BND to kind of settle that battlefield and then push back on their own. That's something that I see a lot too in KvKs, where I think like you settle the battlefield a little bit too early around an objective, where I think that you can kind of push the field up a little bit more to clear space for the objective just a tiny bit more. I think that little bit of space really means a lot, especially in a mode like Arc where timing is such an important aspect. AOG, welcome to the stream, fellow Venevidivici jump member. Throw it up. Oh boy. Ooh, we did. Was there 2 to death call? I think I see it. Who got it? B&D? B&D's to the death call, I believe, right? I missed it. Shit. Thank you, PJ. B&D caps it again. Someone's running away with it. All right, if B&D caps this arc, I want to say it's probably game. With a nice sneak. Okay, so it looks like that Sunscorch rally actually helped, and Starboy doing a very nice job over here. So good play from Starboy to kind of say, okay, I'm going to forget about this arc. Let me go and help and assist with this altar. That's some very nice points that we're taking away from KM4 while they're sending most of their troops into the middle. If we could get a little, oh, Mayu, this is no good. Mayu, bad. Mayu, no open field. No open field. Attack the altar. This is usually when you see the structures really start to swing, and you can see that KM4 is really desperately trying to get this arc. They know that they need this arc, and they need to capture it quickly too, because I think they're going to need another one. There's war drums from KM4. I don't think they're going to have much left in terms of skill usage, so they're going to have to take this one here. I think the presence from B&D is just a little bit too much, and you can see a lot of very low health bars for KM4. Still more troops pouring in though. This is a tight match. This is the tightest match that B&D has played ever. Ever. No structures are contested. This is a purely middle battle now. Oh boy. Oh boy, come on B&D. Clear this field up. How is Ish still here? he was here before the push, or unless he refreshed his troops. Or he's just not getting targeted. I'm seeing a decent amount of red troops. If someone can just pick up the arc, I feel like they're struggling with that aspect a little bit of just grabbing it and instantly falling. They're moving it a little bit. A little bit is always good. Every little bit helps. B&E needs more structure. Well, yeah, they cannot keep this home structure. Point swing is in favor of B&D, although I think that might be a little bit delayed. We do have, looks even. It looks even right now. 670 to 360. Interesting. Oh man, it's just juggling. The arc is just juggling back and forth and back and forth. Mystical formation on the side of B&D, and I think that's gonna do it. I think that might do it for this mid battle. I would have waited. If I could have waited a little bit longer just for the second little wave of troops to come in. Just for that last mystical formation, but I think that mystical formation might do it. Low KM4 does have the arc. Point swing. 670 to 510. And then we got to worry about our provisions too. Provisions could play a pretty big role here. Oh man. This is absolutely getting added to the playlist. Come on, B&D. If we advance too, though, I mean, I watched the A18 match last week. They've got some monsters over there, and we actually played against them and played against some of those players in our KvK 2. And we're kind of familiar with some of them. They those are some beasts over there. That's gonna be a very, very tough match if we advance. Right, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, you're giving me a little bit of strings right now with some beats. I was like, I'm adding this. Oh, go Ibra. No, Ibra. My man Ibra. God, oh God, this is so nerve-wracking. The longest fight in the middle ever. Structure under duress over here on KM4's end, but I don't think there's a rally. It's just some marches around. The blue is really starting to overtake now. I think B&D is going to finally secure this arc. KM4 is going to need some cheeky play over here to get a rally up. Maybe a rally here, and a rally on a bunch of these cities, like right now, just to get those troops up as soon as possible. Just start launching rallies and get those guys up. See, this is nice. Keep them honest. Here we go, Ahmed. Way to go, B&D. That might have sealed it right there. Might have sealed that bad boy. Yep, they got nothing. Everything was going into the middle for them. Nothing's uncontested right now. And now just the cleanup. 12 minutes left. Looks like that will be the last arc. AM4 does need to push structures heavy right now, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. They need to prioritize those altars first and foremost. But if I was B&D, I would just turtle these bad boys. Just totally, just all focus is going to go on to not losing my altars or just home structures in general. Just turtle up your home structures. I personally wouldn't push. I wouldn't push for the structures. If I was B&D. KM4, absolutely you need to. $7K point lead without depositing, and they will hold the arc. That is going to be the last one. This is definitely over. Yeah, you can see the presence from B&D here. Like I said, I would just totally just turtle up. Do not let them take any home structures. Don't even push. Not worth it. Just turtle up and withstand the blows. You have the last arc. You know, you're in a very nice position here. Very good match, PJ. I agree. Some things I think definitely need to work on our bottom side, and especially with our rallies. I think our timings were off a little bit in terms of, you know, having our swarmers running with our rallies. And those are things that you're really going to need to fine tune going into playoffs as well as the knockout rounds. Or the finals of the knockout rounds. Yep, we're gonna see this one through. This is a very huge victory for Kingdom 780 for BND. Way to go, guys! That is huge win. Hopefully, it is some foreshadowing to come for what is to come in our KvK. I really want a Jadwiga. If we weren't about to get new Cav commanders, I would probably invest into Jadwiga, even though I'm migrating back in a few months. But she's just so good. We were actually running some tests on a kill event the other day too, where Jadwiga looks like she's somewhat viable in the open field. I really did not think that was a thing, but the tests kind of say otherwise. I mean, you're talking about if you're using kind of like your top tier gear with a Jadwiga in the open field. I don't know what it would look like for just doing like epics and stuff like that, but I mean the trades were there, and the reports are there. I gotta compile a video for it. Felix, bud, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Next week's cigar, yeah. That is Felix. What kingdom was he in? I can't remember. I know he's in A818, but what was the kingdom that he was in our KvK 2 when they betrayed us, and then tried to tell us that we didn't betray them, or I don't know. What the hell is this? I hate this website a little bit that I use because like I'll go to filter something in electronic and dance, and if I click on like the mood that I want it to be, it'll just take me to that mood. It won't even bring me to... Oh, that's probably why, because I have to do that. Okay, here we go. There we go. That's better. DJ, that was fire. 808. Was it 808? You sure? Clearly not on our level, but they gave us a little bit of they were giving us a little bit of trouble. Should be Pakala Herald, Gilganebu, yeah. I'm surprised we're still running rallies and still pushing it, but... hey Dan, we have about 4 to 5 months for our KvK2 and Jumper, right? I'm estimating... Yes. April, May is what I'm estimating. It actually might be a little bit shorter than May now too, because I didn't realize that now the timeline for going into KvK2 to KvK3 is literally like 2 to 3 weeks they give you, and like that's it. They don't give you the option like when you're in Season of Conquest to skip registrations. It's literally when they tell you that you're ready for KvK3, you're ready for KvK3. So it might be a little bit more. It might be a little bit more soon than May. Because I know I was telling some people April, May-ish, but I think it'll probably be more of April. So a nice 4 months to get your accounts ready. Personally, for me, I'm back to buying the daily bundles for Tamiris. I got wrecked on 2 of my skill resets already. I had 3 of them. I did a skill reset. She was 5-4-1-1. I did a skill reset. I literally got her again 5-4-1-1. I wanted to punch a hole in my computer. And then I did another one that gave me 5-3-1-2, which is a little bit better, but like not what I want. And both of the initial like skill ups are happening on the fucking second skill too, which drives me crazy. But that Tamiris is going to be ready to go. Probably not for this KvK. I'll probably still have her in the field though. But that Tamiris is definitely going to be ready to go for KvK too. And I'm contemplating doing that as well, PJ. It's just harder for me because I'm fucking love open field fighting. And I mean, last KvK alone, I burned a year of speed ups for just open field. So I don't know how I'm ever going to save up for a Zenith skin. I really don't. It's hard balance. It's hard balance because I want to save up for a Zenith skin as well as develop my account for Osiris League to be up in terms of like 100+ million, because I think that's where you should really kind of be at on a top tier Osiris League team, just so that way you have the troops. But we'll see. I'm very much looking forward to going back though. Stockpiling the account up a little bit, and then we hit Season of Conquest again. And actually, with the nice part of the stockpiling is once we hit Season of Conquest, I will still have pretty much everything that's going to be meta in terms of my cav pairings. Yeah, PJ, that's pretty much the only way is you have to cruise through KvKs or like just really limit your open fielding and just straight kill your troops. So I mean, it's really, really tough balance. Mr. Music, depending on your continent, your Zenith could be cheap, but on average for top 10 is about 30 million power gain. That's what I've been seeing. It's even just in our continent too, which isn't like the most, you know, we're not the most competitive continent, but it's, you know, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes when we go back to the KvK 2. And what that continent is going to look like. That first Zenith though of, you know, after our migrations for that continent, that's gonna have to be the one to win it for me. Otherwise, I'm never gonna win it. I honestly contemplated just pushing to get the top 50 for the, because the frame for this one looks pretty dope. But I was like, am I really gonna push for a frame? Well, GG's to BND, and also very good match from KM4. I think that they were doing a lot of things, I think, better than us, to be honest. The structure game in the beginning was very much in their favor. I just think that we have a little bit too much in terms of the bigger players, as well as a little bit more of the commander advantage, I think, as my buddy Felix said. Today, oh well, enemy not that bad. They just lack Dirty Dan's smart escorter. Felix always calling on me to run the arcs. Dan, you're good at it. Get the arc. I was like, I don't know. I could just grab it for some reason. All I do is click this. I click that up in the corner, so I can grab the arc. It just makes it easier. Yeah, that's what. They definitely had, like, they were all up here. Again, they probably could have. I mean, they settled too much in this area. They should have settled up here, so that way they could have had 3, 4, 5 people ready to take the arc, and then, you know, have your little bit of a mini escort. But they should have pushed this up a little bit more, I think. But yeah, they just weren't grabbing it for whatever reason. Very good match all around though. That was very nice, fun, entertaining. Especially, you know, it's a good match when the matches go kind of quickly, because that was a very fast hour. Why is it defeat? I wasn't rooting for KM4. We got MVP. Jeezy. Very nice. Silent One, hello from 2120. How was the KvK, Silent One? How was your kill count going, I should say? Because I know you were really pushing for that. Alright, let me just peek at what these other scores look like. Looks like still, for the most part, kind of blowouts. So these next week's matches should be insanely juicy. Oh, they didn't even oh no, they didn't even show up. That's great. Oh, they don't participate? I didn't even know. So there's our rivals, A81. Looks like they are going to make a push into the playoffs yet again. They knocked us out last time. Oh no, I think I deleted the wrong message. Shit. My bad if I deleted someone's message. I'm trying to get rid of this stupid spam. No, I removed another. This thing is so stupid. Alright, I'm just gonna leave it there. That's spam though, don't click on that. Sorry if someone gets reported by accident. It's my fault. No, I don't think we're going to meet. We would meet them in the playoffs, Felix. Silent One struggling with free-to-play commanders and tech. I was just telling my buddy Rashab, don't go into of course they're waiting for it. I was just telling my buddy Rashab, who's like 100% free to play, said do not go into Season Conquest without migrating back a few times. Let's check out over here. I just want to see how 2070 did. I think they were over here. Can't remember. Rip. All right, give me 2 seconds. Let me use the bathroom. I'm gonna grab a little bit more water. I'm going to make an account in 1245 so we can check out the new KvK format. So if you want, invite your friends into the stream, because yes, we have a new KvK format that we are going to be going over. And shout out to Sandra, new mommy. I'll be right back, guys. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Ugh, alright, I'm back. Same realm as 60 GT. I want to say we are, Felix. Our realm is stupidly hard. There's no way that we're really going to get much farther out of the playoffs. Let me see. Let me check this out real quick for our buddy Kyle. What do we got here? KvK 2 action? Yep. The pairs I'm using only are Alex YSG and Charles Sun, but getting kills is so hard. Well, it's not so much, I mean, obviously that's gonna take into account, but it's more or less just that you don't have the 5 troops to get you the kills, Silent One. Even I noticed for me, as soon as in our last KvK, as soon as I dwindled down to using 4 marches instead of 5, you can see the notable difference. So that's really more or less what it is. I think for you to I guess keep an eye on is just managing the trades that you're getting, which you've done a good job at, because you're only using the Alex YSG and the Charles Sun Tzu, whereas like someone who's probably someone's an idiot and using like Ethelfleds or Boudikas in Season of Conquest, like you're gonna be taking 100k dead per hospital visit, like without a doubt. And I know that because I've done that to players myself. All right, let me make this account in 1245. Yeah, dude, I got you. Silent One, you got to give the props when people are doing it right, you know? I mean, I know it's hard to not use 5 troops or to use 5 marches, but you got to know what you're capable of, you know? I much highly respect a player who's doing things the right way as opposed to someone who's trying to push the issue a little bit too far. Some very odd music choices right now. I mean, I don't mind like the ragtimey feel, but yeah. Like, this isn't electronic music. Whoa, whoa. Kidding. Sounds like it though. King's End opens for us in 4 days. Gonna be epic. We can finally reunite with 2155. Oh. And Rashab, yes, you most likely could. You probably won't affect our power, so you're gonna probably be able to just freely migrate into our kingdom anyway. Sound like Tom and Jerry music. Yeah, 2155 actually where a bunch of our jumper leads and R4s are over there as well. Alright, come on now. Now it's just messing with me. $30 to $32 mil. I mean, you might affect it a little bit, but I mean, like, what's the ranks in 2289 right now? Like, is 30 to 32 mil in the top 300? I think it is. I seriously don't want to, dude. PJ, I don't want to hear shit about Fog because I just did 3 heroic anthems. This is gonna be my 3rd heroic anthem. Not only am I going to have to clear Fog in KvK, that is, I'm dropping into like next week, I am then going to have to clear Fog again in this freaking jumper group. On top of searching all the villages and stuff. Don't get me started. Don't get me started. I don't know what I possibly thought I bit off with this project that I'm doing. And the timings of it, I mean, the future timings of it are going to work out, but the timings of it right now are not working whatsoever. How many players are there for the jumper project coming in? We just hit 200, Silent One. Come on. I've done this tutorial now like 20 times over the past few weeks. That's very true, PJ. Yes, you are. I mean, I'm right there with you. I'm in leadership. I have to have that shit cleared too, you know? So what I'm going to be, I mean, at least what I'm going to have is I'll have one account up on ROK PC version, and then I'm going to have a separate email account, which I'm making all of my jumpers and farms for the jumpers and stuff. So I'll have my 2 accounts running simultaneously. So I'll be right there with you, bud. Don't worry. Territory's fun though, I think. It's like, I feel like it gives you more control than certain aspects of R4 ship and stuff, you know. Yeah, the multi-instance is a must. Absolute must. Uh-oh. Don't worry, Fake will have the most amount of flags. That sounds like a challenge. That sounds like a challenge. Okay, sweet. Hallelujah, I finally did it. I finally did it. I finally did it. I finally did it. Accepted 50 million gold on KvK 2 from main to main. That's easy. I'll take that. So, so wait, what are the terms of the bet, PJ? So we'll establish it's 50 million gold. I'll send to you. If Fake has more flags than Fame, but if Fame has more flags than Fake, then you send me. How are we doing this though? What's the timeline? Are we doing it up until Lost Temple capture, or we have to set some parameters here? But I'm down for that. I like the 50 million gold bet. All right, so let's jump into the new KvK mode. World of Alliances. Here's the bet. Before Lost Temple capture, whoever has the most flags wins. Okay, I like that. Virtual handshake. That kind of looks like a handshake kind of thing or something. I don't know what the fuck that is. Considering Fake and Fame have same region sizes. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Let's go. There we go. There's a better one. I couldn't find it. There's a better one. Oh, there we go. Boom. Virtual handshake. All right. Guys, we have new KvK mode. I gotta give shout out to PJ too, because he's the one who messaged me on Discord. I ran to the room. And I'm here. I'll just type handshake. I'm old, bro. I don't know these things. All right. So shout out to PJ. He messaged me last night. I ran to the computer room. I made 2 accounts in the wrong kingdoms, and the COVID brain took over and I was totally misreading what he was saying. We do have a new KvK format, it looks like. Okay, so we're gonna go through this. This is gonna be, I've read a little bit on it, but I haven't really kind of digested anything. I just kind of read these things last night, so I'm really going to try and digest them with you guys through chat. Let me know what you guys think on the mode as we go through it. If you want to bring any more of your friends in here as we go through a new KvK mode, please do so. That would be awesome. All right. World of Alliances. All alliances will select standalone Season of Conquest stories so that kingdom members can battle in different lost kingdoms. Let's check out the rules. So the rules. Registration rules. Number 1, the alliance leader holds the power to pick a story and register at the start of this event, which will sign up all alliance members to that story. So I'm guessing it looks like we have Heroic Anthem. This I think is Strife of the Eight, and then maybe March of the Ages, or unless they got rid of that shitty KvK mode that was only around for 1 cycle. So you're going to be able to pick any of the stories, which this is, I think that right there is awesome, because I'm dying to do Strife of the Eight, but our kingdom, we've tried to do it before, we just haven't been able to match. And you just don't really see a lot of kingdoms going for Strife of the Eight. You need more forts, you need more, you need a lot of alliance credits to do so. Like, I thought I was never going to be able to play Strife of the Eight, but now this looks like it might be possible now. Number 2, the leader must have a level 25 city hall, and the alliance must possess no fewer than 10 members to register for a story. Okay, that's fair. The leader can withdraw and re-register for another story during the registration phase, but can no longer do this once the registration phase ends. Fair as well. Number 4, during the registration phase, joining a new alliance will automatically register governors to the story the alliance has matched to, and leaving the alliance will automatically withdraw your story registration. So if you leave the alliance, you are no longer like set to going into that KvK format. Governors won't be able to register for a story if they are not in an alliance at the end of the registration phase. More rules. Registration phase. Number 1, kingdoms will have 1 season of conquest registration phase in which to express interest during the event period. So, 1 registration phase. Does that mean that we are no longer going to have the 4 registration phases in which you can choose to either register or skip? Interesting. Okay, so then we go on to point number 2. If an alliance unsuccessfully attempts registration for the phase, then that alliance must wait until all other alliances in the kingdom have finished their Lost Kingdom events before this alliance can register for subsequent events. So it doesn't answer my question to number 1. Is there only 1 registration phase now? Do we not have the option to pick out of, the 4 registration pop-ups? If you do not register for a Lost Kingdom, then you are locked out until all of the other alliances are done. Which I think makes sense too, because then you would just have this constant staggering of your alliances within a kingdom that, can't, players can't go and play with each other. Matchmaking modes. Point 1, normal mode. If you select the same story as the king, then you will certainly be placed in the same Lost Kingdom. Only 1 registration phase, PJ. Interesting. That's tough. If it's just 1 registration phase, that means that KvKs are going to be more frequent depending on the break that Lilith is going to be giving us. Random mode. Even if you select the same story as the king, you may still be placed in different Lost Kingdoms. Okay. Point 3, regardless of the matchmaking mode selected by the alliance leader, all governors that come from the same kingdom and are matched to the same Lost Kingdom will certainly be allocated to the 1 faction, which that makes sense. If you're going to be dropping into the same Lost Kingdom as players from your kingdom, but just separate alliances, you should be in the same coalition and factions. PJ, you can have a break as an alliance by not registering and thus have an unsuccessful registration. Okay, so then I guess so then you can skip the registration phases, I guess. Yeah, so then I guess you can just skip, but they're probably going to, so all the alliances would have to skip then if you guys wanted to do it that way. Otherwise, you're just going to, again, it's going to be this weird staggering. This is so odd. So say if you don't want to have KvK, you can go to an alliance created in Kingdom to skip registration. Yes. Hopefully this has better matchmaking than every other game mode. I would not hold my breath, Silent One. Okay, so you can match in with the same Lost Kingdom as your king if you choose normal mode. If you choose random mode, then you can pick a different story as the king, but you still may, and then you'll be placed into different Lost Kingdoms. Why do they have to have modes for it? Why don't you just pick the story? Oh, I guess like a random story mode would make sense. I mean, I understand that, PJ, but I feel like you mess up the synchronization of your kingdom a little bit. I don't know how I feel about that. I really, especially with things such as Osiris League, you know, like, but I guess this is one way that can benefit Osiris League. Like if you know that you have an alliance that wants to do Osiris League, that just that alliance can skip on a KvK. But you can just make that decision anyway to just not fight. So like, I don't know. This is weird. Okay, that kind of makes sense. That makes sense, Mr. Music. That guy. I mean, I hope so. I've been dying to do Strife for the 8 because I don't want to fucking do Fog, and I'm kind of over support skills a little bit too. I just want to have good old-fashioned, you know, battles without having to worry about support skills. Do I have this commander? Like I almost made my Nebu last KvK 5551 because the support skill that he had was really fucking good. I don't want to have to make that decision anymore. Random allies, but same Lost Kingdom map as the king for random mode. Okay. All right, let's keep going through. Wait, did I miss any points? Matchmaking modes. Nope, that's it. Okay. Alliance management. Point 1. Governors cannot join an alliance which has been matched to a different Lost Kingdom. Governors cannot join an alliance which has been matched to a different Lost Kingdom. It makes sense. However, those in their home kingdom can still join alliances that have not yet registered for a story. Governors who have already embarked on a Lost Kingdom event cannot join an alliance currently involved in the registering or matchmaking process. Governors currently finding a Lost Kingdom match cannot create alliances or transfer leadership. Okay. How would this affect Arc? How does this affect Arc weeks? Will it? You should still be able to leave the alliance that you're in. Yeah, you should still be able to leave the alliance you're in even if you register. As long as you can join the other sub-alliances and stuff. Oh shit. Point 3, you can view the Lost Kingdom that you have been matched to from the World of Alliances event page or from the Kingdom overview page. Okay. Interesting. Others. Oops, hold on. A little itchy. A little itchy. Alliance events. Once the matchmaking process has completed, governors will then be unable to join an alliance matched to a different Lost Kingdom than you. Governors should be aware of the potential for alliance events to clash with story registrations and strategically plan Arc Osiris, Osiris League, and other events. So, if, for example, we have B and D, and then we have B and D1, which is I don't think that's exactly a sub-alliance, I mean, or an arc alliance, I think it's just an actual sub-alliance. So you would have to register that alliance as well with you in this new format, I guess. Interesting. All right, Lost Kingdom. During the event period, alliance members who have successfully finished. Now you can choose. Okay, hold on. Let me backtrack. Now you can choose to go for Osiris or KvK as an alliance. Yeah, that's what I was thinking was going to be the main benefit of this, but you can just personally opt out. But I guess all right, now I'm following. It makes sense for matchmaking purposes, all that good stuff. Makes sense. Gotcha. Following. Cool. I like that. I like that. Okay, so we just addressed that there was an issue during the Osiris League match. We just addressed that there was that issue of, you know, with PJ's instance, they just came out of KvK, and now Osiris League is here. Well, they're depleted from KvK, so why are they being punished for playing in a game mode that Lilith offers as well? Now we have the answer to this. If you don't want to participate in a KvK as an Osiris League alliance, those 30 or was it 40 players can then opt out of the KvK to avoid affecting the matchmaking for the alliance that is going to be jumping into a story mode, as they call it here, to avoid the matchmaking, you know, mess ups. So right here, as we stated, we needed an answer. We got it with World of Alliances. That is very cool. That makes a lot of sense now. Thank you, PJ, for that clarification as well. Dippin' Chocolate, what's up, brother? How are you? All right, moving on. Lost Kingdom. During the event period, alliance members who have successfully finished the matchmaking process will only be able to take part in KvK events with other governors also matched to the same Lost Kingdom, obviously. Furthermore, camp rankings will be displayed instead of kingdom rankings during the Eve of the Crusade event. Okay, I like that too. Coalition capacity. A coalition's upper limit of alliance members will be expanded, increasing gradually from 5 to 20 during the event. So I guess that means for like spots of an alliance, because you're going to obviously have more alliances now jumping into, you know, you're going to have numerous alliances jumping into different Lost Kingdoms now. This is interesting. This is getting very spicy, as PJ just said. This is getting very spicy. This is cool now because you can have, like, for us, for example, we can't escape this like dilemma of being in an A-seeded kingdom. It's impossible for us to drop this power. So if we wanted to and wanted to kind of act like an Imperium Kingdom, we can front load BND, which is the main alliance. We can front load BND with all of the top players if we so desire to play in an Imperium style KvK. If we wanted to opt for a B seeded or a C seeded KvK, you can also do that. You just have to strategically plan the power of your alliance. I love this. I love this. So far, I love this. I love this. This is addressing so many issues in one little thingy. Imagine JWM TR 60 GT teaming up. Yeah, right. Oh my god. So dude, even now, like with the whole situation that's happening in 1075 with Chisgul, he doesn't even have to leave really if he doesn't want to. Cause like now the kingdom management isn't gonna be so intense. It's gonna take a lot off of kingdom management and really empower those who are actual alliance leaders. Because alliance leaders, like, don't get me wrong, like everyone needs your R5s, but what were really R5s after there was a king? You're not really doing much in terms of, unless you're just giving, you know, given another certain stature from from the king or from like your council setup. So it takes a little bit of that pressure off of kingdom management now and allows the alliances and R5s to operate a little bit more freely in these senses. You know, big alliances matching up together? Yeah, of course. This gives more freedom as individual players and as an alliance. But what about kingdom holy sites and titles? Titles may be an issue. Holy sites, I think, not so much. So like you'll have, so like your two alliances that have your major war buffs, those are probably going to be the two alliances that are going to be going into Imperium style KvKs, or, you know, A-seeded style KvKs. The ones in the B and C alliances will probably be more of like, yeah, that's tough. That's really tough too, though, actually, the holy sites. Imagine if this new mode doesn't count all those buffs and only considers buffs from the map. That would be, then we're entering, then we'd really be entering a whole, I mean, we kind of are entering a whole new world of Rise of Kingdoms right now, guys. This is turning into a whole new world. Okay, let's move on. Let's finish this up. Subsequent seasons. After the registration phase has concluded, subsequent season of conquest will return to the kingdom registration system. If there are still alliances within a kingdom that have been successfully matched to a lost kingdom event that is still ongoing, then the next round of season of conquest can only begin once all alliances in this kingdom have ended their current season of conquest and returned to their home kingdom. So I guess that addresses the issue a little bit of the staggerings a little bit. This is crazy. As I'm unwinding this with my buddy PJ, this is nuts. Wow. This is going to be very interesting. We have entered a new world of Rise of Kingdoms. Cool. PJ, again, thank you so much. Wow, that's a lot to digest. Yeah, we're stuck until everyone finishes. Well, that's why you probably shouldn't like stagger your, you know, try your best not to stagger the registrations and stuff. Everyone should try and register around the same time. But that's so cool. You can play with your alliance powers now. Oh my god, but check the time up top. It says 14 days. If that is the timeline for the duration of registration, then please note it on the calendar. That's a good point. Damn, did I miss this training buff? Yep, missed training buff. Damn it. Wow. Yo, the whole thing of like dead weight now too within alliances, like, boys and girls, if you are dead weight in an alliance and you are one of those people who have been talked to and have not stepped your shit up, you might want to start doing so, because you can just start missing KvKs entirely. You can just keep getting booted from alliances. Wow, that addressed another issue. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. There's so many options you can do now. This is nuts. We've entered a new age. We have entered a new age of Rise of Kingdoms, guys. 2022 will not be the same Rise of Kingdoms. Totally different. Totally different now. This is nuts. You can literally have like free to play Season of Conquest. You can now do free to play Season of Conquest. Or you can at least try to. You have to really kind of hold people to their word, but you have a better chance of doing it now. So this is cool. This is, wow, my mind is going all over the place now. PJ, oh my god, rogue players, MGE thieves, rule breakers, people who piss off all fours and trash talk. Be careful, otherwise miss out on KvK altogether. Bro, the best punishment ever that has just been laid down. Fuck fines, fuck getting banned for. This kind of goes in line with what I've been kind of telling some of the people on 780. We need to start banning players from core alliances in Zone 3. So people sometimes are ready with loads of resources to pay fines if they're going to be a rule breaker, and they just laugh it off, they pay the fine or whatever. But what really hurts is when you're kicking people from alliances for like a week or two and they have to sit in these stupid little sub alliances. Well, now let's take that a step further and just ban you from a KvK. Yo, I'm so hyped. I am so hyped. This is nuts. Holy cow. Thank you again, PJ. Shout out. This is crazy. All right. All right, I'm clipping all of this from this stream into I'm clipping it all into a video that I'm going to post right after this stream is done. Because I think we covered some good points here, and I got a little bit of input from PJ, a little bit from Mr. Music. Wow. All right, we're definitely clipping this into a video. Ooh, Abdul Aziz, welcome to the stream, GGBND. Yo, cheat codes, what's up, brother? Welcome to the stream. Dirty, did you migrate? I did not. So I'm probably staying put, cheat codes, from that sub account. I have a lot of stuff going on right now. I don't want to be dead weight in a kingdom, or I want to live up to my expectation always. And I've kind of already let some of the people know in 2289 that I'm probably not going to, I'm going to fight and stuff, but I'm not going to be able to give my all. So maybe heading into Season of Conquest probably is when I'm going to make that move, or I'm just going to bring that sub account to be back with me in my main. I have to see how it plays out, cheat codes. It's still, I got a lot of things on my plate right now in terms of the jumper project, in terms of we're about to jump into KvK on this account too. So I have to kind of play it by ear a little bit. Dildos are going to come for you. If he does, to be honest, it's my sub account. I really honestly could care less. It's just, it's a meat shield. PJ, you know, Dan, this gives us more reason to build a good kingdom for ourselves and others to play in. It absolutely does. There's gonna be more work in the front end now of developing kingdoms, I think, because you really need to have really need to have those aligned. Wow, oh my gosh. All right, I'm gonna go through these KvK things right now because I really want to clip that and get that out there for the communities and shit. So let's go through KvK matchups. This is crazy. This is nuts. Alrighty, so KvK is upon us in 780. Once again, just want to give a quick shout out to BND. Way to go. You guys did a hell of a job. Aziz, what did you think about the BND next OL match? It's going to be tough. I watched AA18 and they just have some monsters over there. It's going to be really tough, but I'm confident in us. PJ, oh yeah, the big account KvK is up soon. Yeah, baby, you know it. Get to flex my my YSS hopefully and do some solo flag defendings. That's what I'm really hoping for. Cheat Codes 05 was our jump project from our original 433. So far, it's been a complete success. Very hard to management at the front end with all the complaining. Yeah, the front end is definitely where most of the work comes in. But once you guys are kind of really settling into the kingdom now. I think after you finish your KvK 2 is when you kind of start to hit your stride a little bit. And then you have to prepare for Season of Conquest, which is now totally changed. So you guys got a little bit more work ahead of you now too, because of the new changes that we're getting into the game for KvK setups. All right, so here is the current setup for our KvK, as you guys can see as well, the map up top over there. We do have quite a few Imperium Kingdoms that are going to be joining us as well, and I did not edit this map just yet, but there are we do have our matchups and we do know our allies. So we have 1185 who's going to be in the same camp as us. They are going to be in Imperium Kingdom, so I do have to update that as well. They're weird because they've kind of been fluxing in and out of Imperium status. This kind of even happened last KvK when they were allies with us in the Wind camp, and we were in the Earth camp. So they kind of flux from time to time. Yes, they are part of our camp. 1008 down in the Wind camp along with 1175. That's where the monster Miss Mimi is. They are going to be our allies. So it's going to be right side of the map against left side of the map, or right side of the map, left side of the map. I have to get used to that still. Where we will then be going up against 2170 and 2080 in the water camp, where they will be. And 2070 looks really, really active, so it's kind of scary. They are not Imperium, but they're probably right on the verge, from what I've been getting info about. And shout out to Girl Poison as well from 780. She's the one who put most of the diplomacy work into this and came up with the allies that we have in 1008 and 1175. And then you have 892, who's also Imperium, with 680, and they are kind of on the bottom of the leaderboards for pre-KvK. So it's gonna be fun. I mean, we're going to be going up against an Imperium. Luckily we have an Imperium with us last time. Let's all be frank, it's in the past now that KvK is done. If we had somewhat of a competent kingdom with us last KvK instead of 2060, we probably would have been able to do a little bit more damage to 2070 in that initial zone 5. Again, I don't like to bash allies at the time of. Every single person knew it though. In that KvK, everyone knew it who was watching that KvK. 2060 with maybe a full fighting alliance just could not cut it and help us enough to push 2070, who as an Imperium, as one of the top Imperiums at the time, had like 6-7 fighting alliances. It was almost impossible for us to do anything against that. So that's what we got matchup wise. The stream's running a little bit long right now, so I don't think I'm going to go in and really kind of highlight all the kingdoms and stuff like that, because we would have to go through 7 kingdoms. But just another quick glance at the standings. So you have our allies in the Wind camp who are right up on the top, which is feels very good for us. Then you have water camp right here, and then we're definitely going to have a nice little battle over against the fire camp. I think we're going to have an estimated pass openings on January 5th, so a little bit over 2 weeks. I will be streaming, of course, all the fighting, all the wars and whatnot, and doing my crystal push, which isn't going to be as much as the last one. Just because I just don't really feel like investing into crystal tech. I think I can get by. I'm not going to be a prominent rally leader. I don't want to be this KvK. I'm switching off from Arabia. I'm going to France. I'm going to focus open field. So maybe I'll go France. So stay tuned for all of that. It's going to be one hell of a KvK, as we always have. We are not Imperium PJ, but I like to say that in the old days when I came in from, when we fought alongside 780, when I was in 777, in KvK 2, and even in KvK 3, I mean, open field, old school 780 is like, as I like to call it, and some people kind of know my viewpoint on 780 right now at this point, but old school 780 open field was absolutely a nightmare. It was so scary. they really fought like Imperiums back in the day. But not so much anymore. But we're still a good, strong fighting kingdom. I mean, there's, you know, a decent amount of players that pull their weight, and, you know, we're just trying to slowly work on the recruiting aspect of, you know, keeping the active players up and whatnot. But again, with these new changes to Season of Conquest, who knows? There's so many changes. Chicos, if you weren't here, there's a new format pretty much where alliances can now choose to go into a Season of Conquest story mode. So either Heroic Anthem or Strife of the Eight. You don't have to register fully as a kingdom. I'm going to hop off pretty much now. I'm going to clip up this stream and I'm going to post that video of us doing the highlights, because we get a little bit of insight from PJ, who did his homework obviously before helping me out on stream. So again, shout out to my buddy PJ, and a little bit of insight from Mr. Music as well. Some really cool changes I think that are going to be happening. Rise of Kingdoms is not going to be the same game heading into 2022. So with that, I am going to wrap up the stream so I can get this video out as soon as possible. Again, thank you, PJ. Thank you everyone for chilling by and hanging out on stream. You can see that I think I'm really at that point now where I should hop off. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate the support. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Stay tuned. Hit up the Discord channel if you guys are interested in doing the jump group. Join the Discord link down below for Veni Vidi Vici. Join my Discord, which is also down below, to stay tuned for when I am going live on stream. And enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. Have a good one. And if I don't see you before the new year on stream, everyone have a happy, safe, and healthy new year. I'm out. Have a good one. Peace, guys.